It is in Argentina, South America, that you will find the tallest mountain in the world outside Asia. Aconcagua, also known as the Stone Sentinel, dominates the borders between Argentina and Chile. The massive height alone provides a distinctive high-altitude experience, and nowhere else can you climb to this altitude without technical mountaineering skills. At 6,962 meters above sea level, the summit offers sweeping views of the Andes Range. It rises approximately 1,000 meters above its neighboring peaks and truly dominates the rugged Andean landscape. The picturesque and vibrant city of Mendoza is where many expeditions gather. It is a chance to meet the members of your team, a team that you will be spending the next few weeks with. $4,500 climbing permits are issued each year, but only 1,500 climbers ever reach the summit. 30% odds of success are not encouraging at such an early stage of an expedition, and this puts into perspective the severity of the climb ahead. After acquiring the necessary permits, a leisurely drive takes you through Uspallata and onto Penitentes, where you spend your last night in relative comfort.
That's on our way to Penitentes. Having had a fabulous luncheon. Some hot springs. These structures were evidently built by the Incas.
Puente del Inca is an opportunity to take in some local culture before checking in at the expedition start point. It is now that you get the first view of Aconcagua, a truly awesome and intimidating sight.
This is the start of our walk.
From the start point, you head up the Horcones Valley, with mind-blowing views of Aconcagua in the distance. All heavy, high-altitude gear is ferried ahead to base camp by the muleteers and their mules, leaving climbers to hike carrying light day packs. Confluencia is 3 hours away and sits at 3,400 meters.
This is Confluencia, our first camp. Not at base camp yet. This is where we're going to spend the next 2 nights.
Climbers generally spend 2 nights here acclimatizing before leaving for base camp, known as Plaza de Mulas.
Our first evening at Confluencia.
The following day is an opportunity to get some mileage into the legs, with a walk from Confluencia up to Plaza de Francia and the base of the stunning southwest face of Aconcagua.
Pretty chilly right now. How we doing, guys? We're ready for the day.
Absolutely.
All buttoned up.
Neither rain nor snow nor shine. We're going to be on it.
Another lovely day.
In paradise.
This is Nicola with his mules. Nicola is our muleteer, as they call him. They're about to load our stuff to go up to base camp. All sorts of activity here at Confluencia. That's where we're headed.
The walk from Confluencia to base camp is long, but the Horcones Valley is incredibly beautiful. You are surrounded by awesome scenery and dwarfed by the magnificent peaks.
These are our guys going up to Plaza de Mulas. All of the stuff that we used last night, the rest of our stuff's already there.
Often the walk into Plaza de Mulas is accompanied by snow, which to some extent sets the tone for what lies ahead. Base camp is situated at 4,300 meters, and it is alive with activity during the climbing season. Here you can get just about anything at a price: hamburgers, cold beer, a hot shower, and even internet access. Most expeditions spend 4 nights at base camp. This is an important part of the acclimatization process. One day is usually a rest day. Another day is spent ferrying food and gear to Camp 1, also known as Canada. Camp 1 looks tantalizingly close from base camp, but is reached after about 3 to 4 hours of steep climbing.
Yep. Anybody else? Catch. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, but you didn't give me both, I don't think.
No? I think so. You want mine? Base camp down below. And we're about half an hour from camp 1.
Canada is situated at 5,050 meters.
Took us 3 hours.
After securing the load and having something to eat and drink, the remainder of the day is spent on the 700-meter descent back to base camp. While at base camp, there is also a chance to sharpen up on some snow and ice techniques and acquaint yourself with your ice axe and crampons.
This is a slight trickle off the glacier.
About to head off to camp 1.
Final preparations include organizing food and equipment for the next 5 days to be spent higher up on the mountain.
Found somewhere reasonably discreet.
No, not really. But, you know, when you're tired, you really don't care.
Nice person.
The climbing starts now, and this time you pitch tents at Camp Canada and spend the night.
How are you guys doing?
Sensational.
Good stuff. Well, this is us. Camp 1. Having just pitched tents and basically got ourselves organized. And feeling good after the walk?
Yes.
How about you?
Yep. Thank you. Yeah. Who's sharing with you? Just the two of you?
Yeah.
Are you happy with the way things are going, Michael?
Sorry?
Are you happy with the way things are going?
See?
Yeah? Good. Excellent.
We'll see tomorrow.
Yeah.
Beautiful day.
Yep, it is. And feeling good?
Feeling fine.
Good.
How about you?
Yeah.
Think a nap will
Greg.
really help.
Yeah, a little siesta.
Yeah.
Steak?
It has, just taste before. Maybe.
Okay. Want to sit in the tent or what? Sit out here. Gracias, Miguel.
Gracias.
Good weather brings stunning views and heightened morale. At this altitude, the overnight temperature inside the tent is -3 degrees Celsius. The following morning you notice things starting to take longer, a result of gained altitude and less oxygen. Preparing a hot drink from boiled snow, packing up and preparing to leave all takes time.
How are you, Catherine?
The climb to Camp 2, Nido de Condores, is steep and takes just over 3 hours to reach 5,600 meters. At this point, you often experience firsthand the unpredictability of the mountain weather.
Just arrived at.
A fine day's climb can quickly turn to blizzard conditions.
Let's go and have a look at what's happening out there.
A quick change in weather can catch out even experienced climbers.
Yeah.
An overnight blizzard will mean a drop in temperature to around -8 degrees Celsius.
Lots of fun and games. Thanks, Howard.
It's pretty thick. It's coming in from Chile.
It's coming in.
And it's going to be sustaining itself for the whole night, probably.
So, yeah. A bit problematical.
Look at that. We've come there. We're sitting there. There's Aconcagua, and I reckon we're halfway. That's the crunchy stuff there. Look at that.
Yeah.
Up to now, it's been a nice hike.
Now it's getting serious.
Real grit.
Each day you push higher up the mountain. Camp 3, Berlin, is just under 3 hours climb and is located at 5,855 meters.
What do you reckon? Good to be here, isn't it?
Let's talk tomorrow.
Hey? All being well. That's for sure. Feeling strong?
After pitching tents, a final briefing by the guides about the summit bid takes place. Here you are reminded of the things to take: gloves, boots, crampons, 2 liters of water, snacks, sunglasses and sun cream, as well as the importance of communicating how strong you feel. The final day's climb is 9 hours up and 4 hours back down, and the summit is only complete when you return to Camp Berlin.
In a few hours, please tell us. We have to know. We have to know how do you feel. Okay?
It's very important.
Because it's 8 hours, 9 hours to go, but we have to come back. The summit is when we are back here. Okay?
It is from this point that climbers can be seriously affected by the altitude, and for some this is as high as they go. Appetites are non-existent, and food needs to be forced down. Temperatures hover around -10 degrees Celsius during the day and -20 degrees Celsius at night. Cold, altitude, and the anticipation of the summit awaiting normally results in a restless night's sleep. A 2:45 a.m. start and the difficult challenge of putting on boots and other warm clothing while struggling for air precedes a slow climb using head torches out of Berlin to Independencia. The sun rises at about 6:30 a.m., bringing welcome warmth. Climbers can easily fall prey to frostbite in these conditions, and the wise decision is often to turn back. Leaving Independencia with your crampons on, you cross a snowfield before taking on the famous Canaleta Traverse. If the wind picks up, you will face temperatures of minus 30 degrees Celsius. But seeing the awesome shadow of Aconcagua reflected in the early morning light against the foothills below makes it all worthwhile. The Canaleta Traverse is a long rising traverse which leads to an 800-foot couloir known as the Canaleta. The couloir is situated directly beneath the summit ridge. The traverse is a grueling 2.5 hours slog conquered one step at a time. During a water and snack break, welcome relief comes from the warmth of the sun which has just risen above the summit. The views from this vantage point are magnificent, but there is still a lot of serious climbing ahead. Eventually you reach the final summit ridge, and with it views of the magnificent southwest face, which drops impressively 3,000 meters down to Plaza da Francia. From this ridge the summit is just 30 minutes away. Once on the summit, there is an opportunity to soak up the magnificent 360-degree views of snow-covered peaks and dry brown valleys. The physical exertion by some climbers to reach the summit can prove costly. High altitude cerebral edema often being the result.
Together. Kill me.
While on the summit, it is important to keep an eye on the weather and to keep focused as there still remains a 4-hour descent to Camp Berlin. The descent to Camp Berlin is swift, leaving everyone exhausted but exhilarated.
Well, we've just returned from a successful summit bid. Weather's changing. Sorry. Howard has some problems with his fingers.
The following morning, after a late start, rapid progress is made to base camp, with climbers arriving sometime in the late afternoon. The evening is almost certainly spent in high spirits as the expedition celebrates the camaraderie of the previous few weeks.
Back to civilization.
The next day, gear is packed for the last time and ferried back down the Horcones Valley by mules, leaving the climbers to make the same trek on foot.
Well, we're out of this mess tent, eh?
There is something remarkable about being on a high mountain and something strangely challenging about coming back down to earth again.
What, the place we stopped on the way here? Are we stopping there?
It's our walkout from base camp back down to...
As you look back at Aconcagua for the last time, you feel embraced by the mountain and touched by the warmth, passion, and down-to-earth honesty of the Argentinian people. For some, they will answer the call to return.
They finally went up to help everybody else. I can't express the level of gratitude and the depth of our appreciation across the board, all of us, and we talked about for everything that was provided. So thank you, Sebastian. And this is from the group. We're going to give it to Miguel and trust that he'll share it with everybody else, the other guys, cooks, and so forth.